Hello and welcome, Sensational Scorpios. My name's Rose Smith from AbsoluteSoulSecrets.com, and I'm here to do your tarot astrology for February 2020. Okay, so it's a somewhat quieter month than what it has been for the last few months, thank God, thankfully. But, you know, because we've all been through so much, and we had 2 eclipses last month, and we've actually got 6 eclipses this year. So it is quite a full-on year. But yeah, this is a little break for us, apart from the fact that we have Mercury going retrograde. And that's from February 18th until March 9th. Now, there is a shadow, what they call a shadow period, on either side of those dates. And that is the energy of Mercury coming on or coming off, you know. So when Mercury turns direct, the energy will get less and less. So we can expect issues with technology, as I've found out this morning numerous times already. Technology, delays, miscommunications, you know, and so they will appear, these things will appear in certain areas of our lives. So I'll get to that in a moment. But if you haven't watched me before, I'll do a little bit of astrology, then some psychic channeling, pull some cards, and a psychic summary at the end. Alrighty, so the 8th of the month sees Venus going into your 6th house, Sensational Scorps. And this gives you a sort of really beautiful, peaceful type of energy in your everyday life, in your everyday routine, the work you do on a daily basis, and also in your health and well-being, which is good news. If you've had some, you know, little niggly illnesses, or perhaps you haven't been feeling very well, you might feel a little bit better under this influence, like you perk up a bit, which is fabulous. Okay, 9th sees a full moon in your 10th house of career and reputation. It's probably online reputation these days. And when I'm talking about career, I'm talking about what makes your heart sing or what makes your heart go bling. And your career is that which you do, which makes your, I guess it's like your mission in life. It's your vocation. This is not your normal everyday work, okay? This could be things like having children. It's actually almost like a baby. If you have your own business, or you're really super passionate about something, you know, and you just feel compelled that you have to do it, okay? So with the full moon there's a lot of transformation going on. If you're in a normal sort of everyday job that doesn't spiritually feed you, you might be feeling like you have to change jobs, okay? So that's on the cards for some of you. So 17th, Mars goes into your 3rd house of communications, study, your local area, your community, and also your siblings. So you could be feeling motivated to achieve more in your community. You could be really active, running around, running errands, and things like that. You may hear of a sibling that you haven't heard from for a while, or there's been some distance between you. Sorry, 18th sees Mercury retrograde in your 5th house, okay? So the dates were February 18 to March 9th, plus the shadow period. Okay, your 5th house, all about your inner child, but you may also have more to do with children on the, you know, in the physical world as well. It's your creativity, it's romance, flirtatious fun. If you're looking to meet someone, this is a great time. You may have, with Mercury retrograde there, you may have somebody from the past coming back into your life, like an old friend or an old lover perhaps. The 5th house is all about having fun. It's your leisure and pleasure time. So you might meet up again with a friend that you used to know a long time ago, and now they've come back into your life so that you can have more fun together. Do back up all your devices, because technology really does like to play up during Mercury retrograde. And also be careful when you're communicating with people that they actually understand what you're trying to say, because sometimes things get rather muddled up and there's miscommunications. You're not really on the same page when you think you are. So if it's anything important, you might sort of clarify by repeating back to the person to make sure that you've got it right. If you've got some old projects or some things hanging around, you might actually be able to complete those. Pull out all the old knitting and sewing projects that you might have had in the past, and you might actually get something done. So get those tidied up under this influence. So it's not all doom and gloom at all. The only thing too there, if you're signing a contract, do be aware that sometimes under Mercury retrograde, if you sign when it's retrograde, when it goes direct again, then you have to go back and sign something again because something may have changed, okay? And if you get back together with an ex under Mercury retrograde, sometimes when it turns direct, Mercury turns direct, then you break up again, okay? So that is something, before you jump in, boots and all, something to consider. So the 19th and the 23rd sees the sun and a new moon go into your 5th house. So that is really shaking things up to get you to have some fun, sensational Scorpios, and I'm sure you know how to do that. You might have been feeling a bit tired or jaded lately, but this is all about insight and awareness, and you'll feel sort of happy. It'll make you happy. And with a new moon there, that's new starts and new beginnings. It's almost like, I feel like you're going to meet a lot of new people, and that will really add value to your life. Okay, so let's now go to the board, and I'm going to draw some cards for you, and I've already shuffled these up this morning several times, trying to do this live stream. But we're going to pick a card for each week, and I'm going to do a little psychic channeling previous to picking each card. Okay, so I'm just going to put those there like that, and closing my eyes now. Okay, so I've got multiple doors behind me closing. Okay, so this is doors to the past. I feel a little bit like that movie called, I think it was called Sliding Doors, and it was, I think, Gwyneth Paltrow jumping on a train, and if story was like, if she had been a few seconds later, then it would have been a whole different scenario. Her life would have gone a different way. And so I feel it's a bit like that. It's like this past thing is finally being finished, and you'll be able to move on, but it's up to you to choose which door you're going to go into. And they're showing me somebody playing a guitar. So there's a song that this person's going to play, and that's their life, but how they play it is up to them. And so too, you've got some basic sort of karmic elements here that you've got to deal with, but how you do it is up to you. You've got freedom of choice. Okay, and having said that, this is the card that comes out, and it is Cups, and I think it's the 7 of Cups. Yes, that's right, the 7 of Cups. All right, this lass here, what she's doing is she's putting her hand up and she's saying no. This is about a boundary, okay, setting a boundary, setting a standard, what you're prepared to put up with. This is Cups, so it's fairly emotional, okay? And there's 7 cups here. 7 sometimes means sacrifice. And there could be conflict in the background, or it's like there has been some conflict. And so in order to stop that conflict, you've got to say no. In each of the cups, there's like a little animal, like here there's a little dragon. And here there's an angel. Here there's somebody wearing a mask. These are all different elements. Sometimes it's appropriate to wear a mask, but when you do put on a face or a show, you need to know who you are and why you're doing it. and realize that that is a mask. It's not the real you. Okay. The little dragon, this one has wings, but he also has four legs. So, you know, the sort of union of the sky and the earth there, the union of the opposites. There's all sorts of little things in these cups. But this is about sort of standing your ground in the first week of February and saying no to what you have to say no to. It's a really easy word to say. Just practice it if you're not sure. Or you feel uncomfortable saying no to people. Practice. You can start saying no to your pets or your friends or somebody first. Okay, so second week of February now. Seeing what I'm going to see. And I've got to go with that card. Okay, what's this? Oh, right. I saw a flash of silver in my mind's eye. And it's actually, what's that word called? Oh, not a spade. It's like a spade. It's a mattock. A mattock. M-A-T-T-O-C-K. Okay, and you use a mattock on particularly hard ground. And when you want to dig a hole. And I feel like this is like digging into something to release energy, to find something. There could be reward down here. I am seeing silver again, and it's silver coins. This means transformation. And silver is a feminine energy. So change. It could be change around your money. It could also be change around your body, because sometimes the earth represents your body. Okay, let's see what we come up with. And we've got a silver pentacle up here. And this is the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this person is going to take action. See all that red there? There's black here because something is hidden and not known. And there's also white because it is known. Okay, and this is often good news about money. If you know anything about tarot or pentacles, pentacles are physical, so it could be your possessions or your finances. But I feel there's a change coming up around that. Certainly a change within yourself, but could be to do with your finances. There's a blue sky in the background here, which is about expressing whatever you need to express. All right, so the third week of the month, and I shall pull a card for this. Sorry, my voice is hoarse. Okay, so third week of the month, and I open a door and it's very light on the other side. And yes, there are pentacles in there. There's a focus here in my mind's eye on pentacles, which is your finances or your possessions. There's a little robot in there. I'm not sure what this means. I've never seen like a robot like this before. Maybe that's sort of like an automated way of doing things. Just sort of check in with yourself. Are you in, or automatic mode sometimes rather than being truly present? Okay, it might be all right to be on automatic sometimes, but there comes a point where it's all too much, so you don't want to do too much of that. All right, the card that comes out is the Nine of Cups. This is a great card. It's literally means your heart's desires are being fulfilled. Your wishes can come true in the third week of February. You've got the genie in the background, and here's Celeste. She's asking for her hopes and dreams to come true. She's wearing red, so some action needs to be taken, even though the genie will grant her wishes. There is one sort of proviso with this card, and that is that you may need to be aware that there could be some delusion or misunderstanding of a situation, because you might think you want something, then when it comes true, you discover it's not really what you wanted. It's something different to what you thought, basically. But this is all about your emotions. Cups are emotions. And you could be feeling very happy in the third week of February Sensational Scorps. Last week of Feb. And okay, I'm going to go with that one. And before I turn it over, closing my eyes now, I've got green. Okay, I've got a fuel bowser here. What do you, in the States you call gas? We call it petrol. And it's green, and this is about your fuel supply of energy to keep you going. Particularly relevant if you have a health issue or if your well-being is a bit low at the moment, a bit depleted. Fuel, you know, your vitality, and it's also your diet, you know, what you put in your body to actually fuel your body. So 4th week of February, your focus could be on your health. And we come up with the Hierophant. Okay, this is very appropriate because this is all about knowledge. So you see here she's wearing red, which is to do with action. She's got a book here with keys. Okay, the keys of knowledge are likely to come to you end of February. You'll see here she is sitting on a number of books, so there's a lot of knowledge there. So ask yourself, are you sitting on your own knowledge? What are you doing about it? It's great to, you know, read lots of books and be really well informed and find out what's going on, but what are you doing about it? Okay, try and think of a way that you can share your knowledge with other people to help other people at the end of February. Okay, so now I'm just going to close my eyes, Sensational Scorps, and get a psychic summary for you for February. I've still got those books in my mind here. I can still see those books. Oh, right. Okay, so 3 books. Each one is a book of life. So what does that mean? So we're looking at 3 lifetimes. And the top book is your present lifetime. But you're also sitting on knowledge from previous lifetimes. All you got to do is access it. You actually already know a lot of information deep down in your DNA, but you don't know that you know is the issue. So start putting out to the universe and saying, you know, I want to be aware of my previous lifetimes and what do they have to do with now, and, you know, how can I share that knowledge? Now, while I'm saying this, I now see a person climbing up a ladder, and that means ascension in consciousness. So if you start asking about your previous lifetimes, you are ascending, you are evolving spiritually, you are growing. So well done you, that's fabulous, that's good news. Okay, Sensational Scorps, I really hope that's been helpful for you. Please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click the notification bell if you've liked it. That's fabulous. Share it all around the world, that'd be really good. Okay, have a wonderful month, and thanks for watching. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.